The fifth one, what is the purpose of our preamble? The preamble to our constitution summarizes its ideas and objectives. The first line of the preamble, we the people of India, and its last line, adopt, enact and give to ourselves the constitution, clearly suggests that the power lies in the hands of the people. The preamble is the most precious part of the constitution, and on behalf of the people of India, the members of the Constituent Assembly frame the constitution. Now the next one, sixth one, what objectives were kept in mind before the preamble was drafted? So the first point, one of the ideas of the constitution was to tackle all problems in India such as poverty, social and economic issues in due course, and make India a successful democracy by providing equality and justice to all citizens. The rest of the points remain as same as of the fifth one. The preamble to our constitution summarizes its ideas and objectives, and the rest of the points can be written as the answer of sixth one. So the fifth answer, sixth answer, and also the second answer are almost same. Sorry, the fifth and sixth answers are almost the same except some little differences. Now this, instead of moving on to 7th question, let us discuss the 9th question. The preamble has been described as a jewel set in the constitution. Explain. So same, this answer is same as of the fifth one. The preamble to our constitution summarizes its ideas and objectives. The first line of the preamble, we the people of India, and its last line, adopt, enact and give to ourselves this constitution, clearly suggests that the power lies in the hands of the people. Thus the preamble is a jewel of the constitution. So this 9th answer is almost same as of the 5th one. So it is easy for you to learn. Now moving on to the 7th question. Can a country be both a monarchy and a democracy? So you know that monarchy means the rule by a king or a queen, and democracy means representatives elected by the people. So the question is, can a country be both a monarchy and a democracy? If so, if your answer is yes, give an example. So the answer is yes, a country can be both a monarchy and a democracy. Some such countries in the world are Great Britain, Holland and Sweden. The next question, can a country be both a monarchy and a republic? If yes, give an example. So the answer is no, a country cannot be a monarchy and a republic at the same time. So the last question, why do we say that in a democracy power lies with the people? So the answer is, the word democratic implies that the supreme power lies in the hands of the people. The government is formed by the will of the people or the wish of the people. People elect their representatives who in turn form the government. Hence it is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. Now some next question is, explain the following terms: sovereign, democratic, citizenship and federal. The answers are already given in the textbook. Okay, so sovereign, these we can write as 3 or 4 points. Okay, not as a paragraph, as points we can write. As a first point, you can write the preamble states that India is a sovereign state, meaning it is free to take its own decisions both in internal and external matters. And as the next point, no country or individual can interfere in its internal affairs. And at the last point, it is free to take its own stand on world matters, unlike the time when it was under British rule. Next is about democratic. So that is given, the word democratic implies that the supreme power lies in the hands of the people. So this answer you can write as points. Okay, about explanation of the term democratic. Okay, now about the citizenship. Okay, before that, let us learn about the federal state of Indian Constitution. So the Constitution of India provides for a federal government of India which has 3 essential features. So this full paragraph can be written as points. Now about the citizenship, you can write this one as the answer. So in India, a citizen may belong to any particular state, but she or he can only have the citizenship of India. So this full paragraph, you can write it as some points instead of writing it as a whole paragraph. So this is all about the chapter, the first chapter in civics, constitution, and for the quarterly exam from the civics section, you only have to learn this chapter.